Hi guys, welcome back to another video in this channel. Today we're gonna do one of my favorite series, which is the portfolio review. So let me jump onto the mainstream here and let's navigate here real quick so we can see how many submissions we got this time. I saw that there were a few of them, some of them from the first half of or second half of January. And for everyone else watching this, remember every single month we try to do one of this. Portfolio reviews. Sometimes when there's a lot of submissions, we even do like twice a month, like on 2 different weekends. But right now we have 6 submissions so far. So I'm gonna modify or change this to last modify. There we go. And we're gonna start from whoever submitted first, which in this case is Shivan Sony, which I think we already did, Shivansh. I'm almost certain that we already took a look at his portfolio. Well, let's check here real quick. There we go. So let's start with Shivansh. Let's see what the yeah, I remember seeing some of them. It seems to me like he has updated his portfolio because I don't remember seeing this one, and I don't remember this one's either. I think, but I do remember this spider, and I definitely do remember this one. This like old west stuff. So I'm just gonna go over this real quick in case some of you guys didn't see the last time we reviewed this. My main feedback for this particular scene was add more variation to where the objects are. Okay, so for instance, you're never gonna find the boxes like perfectly lined up like this. Turn them around, move them a little bit, like switch them around, kind of like what you have over here. Do the same thing with this objects, like this objects. I would also do like 2 different or 3 different kinds of textures for the boxes so that they don't look the same everywhere. You're never gonna have this sort of bend on a railway that would derail the train, so keep it smooth. And but the like the whole hangar, it's really nice. I also think that the render needs a little bit more like tweaking. I know that this train was just like an early blocking, and I can see, my friend, that you have a really nice train over here. So my advice would be grab this train and bring it into this scene and render it out, because the fact that this train is so blocky, it's definitely taking a little bit away from the element. Now, also, I would suggest using a little bit of depth of field. We've talked about that one before on the channel, which is gonna blur the background a little bit, and that will make it so that it's easier to hide the fact that there's nothing else rather than this whole station, right? So yeah, that would be my advice for that piece. This truck is really good. The modeling looks good, looks tight. A lot of details. That's really nice. Rendering again could have a little bit of a better work. Like this base, you don't really need it. These walls, you don't really need them. Infinite background, you can't go wrong with that one, and it will look amazing. I do remember seeing this one, and I did mention that the modeling and the texturing was good. This renders, yeah, I remember seeing this renders. So yeah, this one, we've talked about this one before. It's a good piece, really good piece. This one's new. I don't remember seeing this one, and I really like it. Modular modeling it's always really fun and really cool. Be careful with this sort of details. Sometimes we forget about certain things and we left them in the renders. Those seem to be like unfinished pieces, so just delete them. Material wise, I think we could have a little bit of a better distribution. Like this looks way too like bumpy and way too shiny for my particular preference. The tiles here also look a little bit weird, but everything else looks really nice. Even the render looks quite nice. Looks like a Machu Picchu ruins. Kind of has that sort of vibe. These are like Aztec, or they seem to be like Aztec snakes. I've seen them before, but you're kind of combining like a little bit of different cultures, which is fine. I mean, we can do that, and yeah, just be careful with those details. They like, it seems to me now that I see the whole picture that you left them there on purpose. So maybe change them. Maybe add the same like sort of gold color that you have so that they pop out a little bit more. Because right now they do look a little bit weird. But it's a nice construction. This thing for like a matte painting or for like a background piece would be great. For a hero prop, still needs a little bit more work. Especially on the texture side, the modeling is really nice, but the texture could get a little bit more work. Now, I'm guessing you use tileable textures, which is really good. But for pieces like this, especially if you're going to be doing film or commercials, nowadays they use UDIMs, and a whole ton of UDIMs, like gigabytes of textures just to texture something like this. That way you can add specific textures to every single piece. Interior room. Okay, it's an easy one. Nice little like simulation there for the cloths and for the fabrics. Yeah, I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's nothing special, I would say. The modeling's good, the lighting looks good, like the emissive things right there and over there. They look kind of nice. They look like a hotel room or something. It's okay, but you have cooler stuff on your portfolio. So since this is not something that really shows me that you are like you have like a really great technical skill, because I've seen it in the other pieces. This is one of those pieces that you might opt to not have in your portfolio. I always talk about this, like you might not always want to show all of your work, because some work is good for production or just for the general projects, and some is like you're gonna have certain pieces of work that are gonna be the work, right? Like the things that really bring your name up high. So yeah, that was good. That was good. This one, my friend, and from the very first time I saw the portfolio right now, I would strongly advise to bring this out of your art station. Keep it on your Instagram, keep it on your Facebook, keep it somewhere else, but not in your on your portfolio, because you have such an amazing like wide range of like environment pieces that's looking really nice. You show yourself as a really strong modeler and texture artist, and then this guy still needs a lot of work. Okay, so I can definitely see some of the anatomy is there, like you have an idea of where things are, the pectoral muscles, the deltoids, bicep, tricep, etc. But yeah, like the forms, the texture on this guy, it's not great. I mean, you can even see the watermark up there. And again, remember, I never do this to make fun of you guys or to make you feel bad. It's just my personal and professional opinion on which things should be shown and which things should be kept for yourself. This piece right here, it might be very significant to you because maybe it's the first character or like the first full character that you created. And it's always good. Like if you see my first characters, they're even worse than this. So it's not about like me saying this sucks, take it out. It's more about you need to protect your image as an artist, right? So anyone who looks for your name here in ArtStation is going to find all of these pieces. And most of them are really good, except for this one. This one is not up to the level of the other pieces that you have right here. So instead of helping you, it's actually like hurting you. One of my teachers used to say that whenever he saw someone's portfolio and saw a piece that was really bad, he knew that the artist was not bad because he could see that he had a good level on the other pieces, but he questioned the judgment of the artist. Like, why did he think that would be a good piece compared to the rest of the pieces? So again, don't take this as an insult. It's not an insult. I'm not trying to be mean or to like diminish or demerit anyone. It's just my personal advice. These pieces, the pieces that are not up to the level of the other pieces, should not be on your portfolio. Okay. And there you go. That was Shivansh. Let's go with the next one. Today we're going to do 3 people. It's going to be a relatively short video, maybe like 10-15 minutes. And then tomorrow we'll do the rest or the remaining 3. So let's go with Karrie, whose handle over here is Kaka. So Karrie, hi sir, I hope you're doing well. I am, thank you very much. I really love your channel and course as well. It's not only my channel, it's the team's channel. I'm just part of the team, but thank you for the feedback or for the love. I'm a self-learner of modeling and I hope I can be an artist one day. I'm interested in environment and props modeling. Okay. For my portfolio, am I able to be an entry-level modeler is the question. We'll answer that in just a second. For now, I have no idea how to get into the industry. Let's take a look at this. So, I also consider myself to be a self-learner. I did have some traditional college education. I went to Noman School of Visual Effects in Hollywood, California. I went there for 3 years, and before that I took a couple of courses here in Mexico. But after that, I've been doing self-teaching pretty much for the past 6 years. So I watch tutorials, I buy tutorials, I watch YouTube, I read the documentation, I keep myself up to date, and being a self-learner is super important in this industry. So let's take a look at this. So I'm like at first glance, Karrie, you have a good modeling skill. Like just out of the gate, you're good. Like if I needed a modeler and you were in the area, I would definitely call you because you have what I need. That's just basic, nice modeling skill. Now, there's a couple of things that we can improve on. For instance, this piece right here, I think it's a really nice, whimsical, cute piece, but it needs a better rendering, okay? So you need to render your pieces a little bit better so that you can really show off that presentation, right? Because presentation is half the battle, and being able to really bring this up to like a really nice, like imagine like a sunset, like a warm light coming from one side, like a little tree shadow coming from the other side, that kind of thing would be really good to make this thing really pop. Because material-wise, I mean, you can keep everything like you have it here, like plastic matte and it's gonna look nice. This grass definitely needs more work. If you're using a tileable texture, tile it a lot more times. A lot more times we have like a really nice resolution because it's looking a little bit too like pixelated. And I can definitely see some of the grain on the image. So if you have not seen my Arnold denoiser, imagers video, it was released like 2 Fridays ago, I think. Go watch that one because there I show you how to get rid of this noise super fast. But I like this model. Fruits, vegetables, always fun to model as well. The modeling here, it's a little bit like lower quality, I would say. It seems to me that you were trying bakes because I can see like a low poly and then some like normal maps over there. It's not bad. I mean, you can definitely, yeah, here we go. So this is real time. So it's not bad, but I do think that we could add a little bit more texture, okay? Whenever you're doing fruits and vegetables, one of the most important things is the texture, right? So if we look at the potato texture, like a photograph of a potato, you're gonna see that there's a lot of information there. And sometimes you can get lucky and find like the actual texture of the potato, like this thing right here. Use this thing, tileable texture here. This is seamless actually. Use this thing inside of Substance Painter and map it on your potatoes so that they look way more real. Now, if you wanted to go for the cartoon look, then here's where we need to add a little bit more detail with the lights and the colors again, because this is a very flat light. Now, I know this is real-time rendering, but just keep it in mind because again, presentation is half the battle. So then we have this one. Nice, really nice. The lighting here looks a little bit more interesting. I would like to see like a soft light coming on this side, like flooding this part of the scene a little bit more, because you can see that your shadows are really hard right now, so it seems like it's probably just like a directional light. But congratulations on modeling a whole scene. Not a lot of people do it because it's quite time consuming. I can see the the vegetable box right there. Nice. So yeah, texture this. It's gonna take a long time. It's definitely gonna take some time, but texture it. Your topology looks nice. It looks clean. Yeah, there's the direction light, see? I can see it. I know. I know how we work, so I know where to find that kind of stuff. But yeah, like the modeling is great. I can definitely see that this is subdivision modeling due to the support edges that you're adding on pretty much all of the objects. But it's a nice scene. The best thing you can do for this one now is texture it. Yeah, 2 months ago, not bad. Now here's what I'm talking about. This is good presentation. So now with this model, which you posted a month ago, I can see that you know how to present your stuff. So here's what you have to do. You have to go back and fix this to make it seem or make it look a lot nicer with illumination like this. So I would definitely go here and, for instance, add like a normal light here in the kitchen. Again, a warm light, maybe one here, or on the cooking or on the stove, like over here. Like add a couple of more lights to make it look a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more like an actual scene, even if you don't texture it. And that's gonna really bring this guy up to the level, because this one, perfect. This is a great one. I really liked it. This is what, like a dumpling stand or something. Yeah, it's really good. Again, texture. You need to show that you can texture as well. Modeling and texturing go really hand in hand. Like most of the times, whenever I've hired a modeler, I always ask for, what's the word? I always ask for texturing skills. So I need to see the UVs and I need to see that they can texture, so that I know that I can trust half of the pipeline to them. But yeah, that's a really nice model. A little bit high poly, but that's fine. This is cute. A whale, inspired from broken horses in a deserted park. The modeling, again, tight, clean, smooth, soft. Like this is the kind of modeling that you always want to have. And the texturing is actually quite nice. Like I really like the rusted effect that you added to the whole thing. It does look like you went for like a 4K map or something, because the texture looks a lot sharper compared to the ones that we've seen before. I think the next thing you could do, and here I'm gonna do a little bit of self promotion, but there's the rigging course. You could rig this thing and make it go like up and down or back and forth, and that's gonna add a little bit more of a better effect. I would also change the color on the seat. So just like I mean, it can still be metal, but just change it to like a red metal, like the one here on the ground. That's gonna add more contrast to the whole piece. Now, to your question, are you ready to be a 3D modeler in the industry? Yes, but of course not the big industry, not the AAA industry. Like if you ask for a job at Sony Santa Monica or Bungie or Activision or something like that, you're probably going to be told that you need to improve a little bit more. But there's a lot of work that's already looking for this sort of finish, this sort of modeling effect. What's the best way to do it? Looking here in our station for jobs, looking in LinkedIn, looking in your like local like city like job offerings and stuff. But yeah, like you have a sufficiently good enough level. I would even say like a really good level in regards to modeling. I can guess that also for you being, because you beat several of these things. Texturing is one thing that you would like. If you polish texturing and rendering, you're gonna be like a very like proficient artist to create like a very nice portfolio. Another thing you could model, props. Props are always fun to model. So like a gun, like a, I don't know, like a weapon, like a sword, like an axe, stuff like that. And also like realistic models. So we just released also the hard surface modeling course, and we do like a toaster and like a chainsaw and stuff like that. Those are the things that sometimes other businesses that might not be in the entertainment industry are looking for. Like people are looking for artists that can do that sort of thing. Just to put you like or give you like an example, here in Saltillo where I am at, there's a lot of like industry regarding cars. So sometimes I've been contacted and it's like, I need some render for like rims or wheels or like a frame or like a door. Can you do it? And even though they're not gonna be using it for a movie, it's still a render, it's still a 3D model, and that's the kind of job that we sometimes get. So yeah, you're in a very good position, Karrie. I think you're gonna just keep on working. I can definitely see the improvement. This was 5 months ago, and from 5 months to this one, even though they're simple models in regards to like the general complexity, the level of detail that you're getting in them is really good. So keep working, keep working. You're in a very good position. Let's go to our final review. Farhan, one of our trusted followers here in the channel, he has submitted a couple of times, and I'm always happy to see your guys' how you guys grow, because that's a very cool thing about art. As long as you keep doing it, you're gonna be getting better at it, and then things are gonna be nicer and nicer. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well, my friend. I am. Truly appreciate you and your time. You're welcome. Thank you very much for the course. I enjoyed every minute of your lecture, as well as your marvelous sense of humor. I don't think I have that much of a sense of humor, but I try to make things entertaining. So yeah, I remember yours. I definitely remember yours. I remember this guy, and I remember the Wally, I think you said, and the RTD2. Nice, nice, nice. So this is actually one. I'm really happy to see one of these ones out there, because this was one of the first tutorials that we did on the channel last year when we started like streaming or recording a little bit more like frequently. So yeah, congratulations, man. This looks pretty cool. Nice UDIMs, nice textures. Yeah. And the render looks pretty cool. I could see this in like a commercial or a movie, perfectly fine. Cars are always tricky for me. Like I love cars, but they need so much time to get them right. One thing I can recommend here to you, my friend, is some wireframe renders, because I can see the shapes and the shapes look clean as fuck, how they say. But I would love to see some wireframes, and not only me, like recruiters would love to see some wireframes, just to make sure that you are following like proper topology workflow and stuff. ATT Walker, perfect, and then this one. Cool. Now, here's the thing that I'm gonna ask you, and you're gonna hopefully you're gonna answer me in the comments, and we can just like bounce it back and forth. I know most of them, or like several of these pieces, are either fan arts. Like you have 1, 2, 3 fan arts. You have 2 tutorials. This one that I've heard is a tutorial as well. I don't remember from where. This one I'm not sure if it's a tutorial as well. Really clean model, but if it's a tutorial, yeah, there you go. Elements of hard surface modeling. So you have a lot of tutorial stuff, which is great, because that means that you know how to follow directions. Now it's time that you model something that has no tutorial. So go on and go for like, I don't know, like mech design concept, and grab something that you think is on your skill level, and that you could deliver, that there's no like information for. Like for instance, this guy looks really cool, and I think you could do it. I think you could do something like this. I think you could do something like this, fairly simple. So grab a concept that hasn't been done before in 3D and do it, because that's when you're gonna really like put to the test your skills, because you're gonna be facing decisions and challenges that you might not have seen during that tutorial, because on the tutorials normally everything gets solved for you, but whenever you're doing a concept, you're gonna have to face certain decisions, and that's when you grow as an artist, when you challenge yourself and kind of like lose the training wheels. It's like riding a bicycle, right? Like you have the training wheels, so when you leave the tutorials aside and you try to do your own stuff, that's when you actually learn. Like one of the ways that I like to learn new stuff nowadays is I like to watch a tutorial or read the documentation. And for example, if I'm trying to do like, I don't know, if I see a tutorial about a flamethrower, I'm not gonna do the flamethrower. I'm gonna try to do a dragon breathing fire out of his mouth. So I'm gonna apply the same principles that I saw when learning how to do the flamethrower and apply them to a dragon, right? So that way, not only am I following the tutorial because I'm following similar steps, I'm also like having challenges that I need to solve along the way, and that allows me to learn more rather than just like copying whatever someone else is saying. Okay, so yeah, that would be my advice for you, my friend. Just grab a concept, like have it as a personal challenge. It's not the personal challenge. I am actually challenging you, Farhan. I am challenging you that your next project, I want your next project, or I would like, of course, your next project here on your art station to be from a concept. Like grab a concept and do a great render out of it. Okay, you're gonna be the one who decides if you want to take the challenge or not. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful for you, my friend. So yeah, that's it, guys. We're gonna stop the reviews right here. I'm actually gonna be recording this back to back, but yeah, we'll continue tomorrow with Shashank and the rest of the guys over here. If you missed this one, do not worry. We will have one more mid-March, so make sure to start preparing your portfolios, start preparing your images, and I'll let you guys know. I'll probably start the open submissions like 2 weeks beforehand, so that you guys have enough time to submit them. It's gonna be the same way. There's gonna be a link on the description, and you're gonna be able to just drop a link like all of these guys right here. So yeah, that's it, guys. Remember, we just released new courses. If you are looking for something new to learn, check out our links down here. We released the Blender course. We released the hard surface course for Maya. We just released the substance course. So check them out, and yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.